Hello, my name's Andrew Morrice. I'm a GP in the west of England, and I've also done the HG diploma training, and I'm recording this video for you to help you find out whether you're interested in coming along to this day on the mind-body connection. I've always been interested in the holistic or whole person perspective in health, and I think that was the reason why I was so excited by the Human Givens approach when I first encountered it, which was actually about 15 years ago now, a day on depression taught by Joe Griffin. And I was struck by how powerful it was to understand depression in a way that kept everything in, metaphor, meaning, right the way down to brain physiology and chemistry. And this appealed to me as somebody that's interested in the whole person. It's also informed my approach to teaching at Bristol University, where I've been involved for many years in a course on whole person care. And so back in about 2013, 2014, Human Givens College asked me to put together a day on the mind-body connection. Now, here's an interesting point. The mind and the body are not actually separate. The connection is essentially a process of remembering that human beings are integrated wholes, bio-psychosocial beings. But the day is really a way of looking at the Human Givens model as it applies to human well-being in the broadest possible sense. When we talk about the Human Givens approach, we often say, well, we know how to meet our physical needs, such as getting enough water and food. But actually, as a GP, what I've found is that we collectively, and many individuals that I help, actually have a very shaky or unhelpful understanding of how to meet their basic physical needs. And it struck me that the Human Givens approach, in fact, gives us lots of powerful tools for understanding exactly how and why this confusion arises. It also gives us a brilliant way of understanding quite how powerful good psychological therapy is for promoting health. It opens up all sorts of interesting new avenues for understanding such things as depression and anxiety. So during the day, we will cover a whole range of topics. Broadly, we will look at how and why our thinking gets in a muddle about health. We'll look at exercise and how that, as a concept, is a little bit of a trick that we play on ourselves, and how understanding what we call exercise from a more Human Givens perspective can really help us to get the best out of the resources that we have to move and exert ourselves in the world. We'll look at emotions, how these exist as altered physiological states, look in detail at how 7-11 breathing helps and how that links in with systems such as oxytocin and the fight and flight response. We'll look at exactly how and why we've managed to get ourselves in a muddle about food, how we can clear away those sources of confusion, and how that can help us to see much more clearly what scientific research is actually telling us about the impact of diet on not just physical health problems like diabetes and heart disease, but also important problems such as anxiety and depression. And lastly, we'll look at what we can see from various examples happening when we meet all of the needs, which we're now understanding fully as including things like diet and exercise and so forth, when we meet all of our needs in balance, emotional and physical, and when we develop our resources in balance, we'll look at the outcome of that, which is health. So, the day has lots to offer almost anyone that's interested in human health and well-being, whether you're coming at this primarily as somebody whose training has been mainly what we would call physical healthcare, a doctor or a nurse or so forth, or if you're coming at this as a psychological therapist or somebody that works in various aspects of social and community work. There's something here for everyone, because this is an overview of human health and well-being in a truly integrated way. The day is always a lot of fun. It's always nice to meet people, have conversations, and join the dots together. So I hope that we will meet at some point soon.